Okay, on the pizza problem number 6, it asked you, what does the P over Q and the process you use to find the number of servings have to do with the invert and multiply, or the standard algorithm for division of fractions? So let's look back at what we discovered. We decided that we would divide the 5 pizzas into Q pieces. Okay, that means there would be 5 times Q pieces. And then we would take each of those, all of those pieces, and divide it into P-sized groups to get the number of servings. That was in the last video. Okay, well, let's look at the division algorithm. If we had taken the 5 pizzas and divided them by the P over Q serving size, the standard algorithm is that we would invert, flip, and multiply. Well, that matches what we did. Okay, so what we did with our pictures, dividing it into Q pieces, grouping by size P, was inverting and multiplying. We just didn't look at it that way. Okay, so the question is, why invert and multiply? What is the whole point of that? What does it mean? I've struggled with that myself for a long time and finally found a very good article that explained it, and I will link the article on my math lab. Basically, we need to look at the division. What does division mean? This means that we have P over Q times some number is going to equal 5. That is. Then think about how we would solve this equation. To get rid of the Q, we would multiply by Q. To get rid of the P, we would divide by P. That is just simple opposite operations to solve an equation. So when we do that, we come out with 5 times Q over P. The fraction has been changed on the other side. So the answer is always multiplying by the inverse. It's not a mystery. I always looked at it as a mystery. It's not a mystery. It's a definition. The definition of division is this equation. And to solve that equation, we have to do the opposite, which is multiplying by the opposite ratio. That's the only reason we invert and multiply. Have you heard the phrase, ours is not to reason why, just invert and multiply? As a teacher, yours is to reason why. And the reason is solving equations. That's really all there is to it. I'll link you to the article. It's pretty hefty reading. At the very least, print it out and save it in your binders. Okay? Thanks.